So we have few more questions on solving equations. If you do this bunch, you're pretty much done with linear equation. So let's start off with the first question. So here we are looking at brackets as well. Nothing to worry, it's the same thing. Just that we have to do the bracket, we have to handle the bracket at last. So again, we are using the idea of board mass, the reverse of board mass basically. So as per that, if I go from addition to subtraction, right? If I start from here, this point, brackets come last, right? So whatever is there inside the bracket, just let it be, right? So what you can do is, you can think of the above question as 10 plus 3 into box. So basically I'm calling this as box. And that is equal to 40. So if I have to find the value of box, what do? You have to eliminate stuff. So we need to eliminate 10, 3 on the left hand side. There is no box or x on the right hand side, so nothing to eliminate over there. So we're talking about addition and subtraction, first thing. So what do you add and subtract? I need to eliminate 10, so I'm going to eliminate by subtracting 10. So we have 3 into a dabba is equal to 30. So we added and subtracted. Next we have division and multiplication. So what do you divide and multiply? I need to eliminate 3, so I'll divide with 3. So we have the dabba remaining, and the dabba is equal to 10. Now what is the dabba itself? The dabba itself is x minus 8, which is equal to 10. So how do you do this? Consider this as a separate question. It's a new question. How do you eliminate negative 8? By adding 8. That's all. Is it not? Quite simple, is it not? X is equal to 18. Right? This trick you can use. Instead of writing dabba obviously in your exams, you can just keep on writing whatever is there inside the bracket. Very simple. Try this question out. I'm sure you will be able to get it. It's just a bit lengthy. That's it. Okay, so here we are looking at 4 times of a bracket minus 4 is equal to 12. Start looking at it in this perspective. You just think of this as a dabba, a box, right? And things will fall in place. So you have 4 times of a box minus 4 is equal to 12. So as per board mass, we need to eliminate the addition and subtraction and then the division and multiplication. There is no x or e over here, no variable. So right hand side will be as it is, right? We're not going to handle anything over there. So let's come back. Let me choose the color. Yeah. Now, so as per board mass, I need to eliminate this by doing what? By adding 4 both the sides. So that and that get cancelled. 4 times of the box is equal to 16. Next step is what? Quite simple. Divide by 4 both the sides. So we have the box is equal to 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And inside the box we have 2e plus 10, because there's nothing else to solve over here. I can substitute or resubstitute whatever was there in the box. What is the next step? Again, this is a new question. Just use board mass over here as well. So as per board mass, the ult of board mass, we need to add and handle the addition and subtraction of things. So I'm going to subtract 10 both sides. So 2e is equal to positive 4, negative 6 is, sorry, negative 10 is negative 6. So this I'll eliminate. We have division and multiplication. So we're going to divide 2 and we have e is equal to negative 3. Done. No brackets, no operation, no brackets. So basically, if you do the reverse of board mass, you're going to get the answer. So as per that, the brackets is the last step, and here we can see whatever is there inside the brackets, you are handling that last. That's it, right? Quite simple. So such questions you'll be able to handle, and whenever whatever complicated questions you have, you can convert to such questions. Is it not? So let's see how to handle such questions. So here we are seeing that we have variables both the sides. We have something being divided. See, the best way to handle such questions is just let the fractions become some integer form. Well, how to do that? I mean, I can't just make it. How can we do that? Matlab, this is fraction and I can't just erase it off. How do you do that? Well, what you can do is find the LCM of what? 5 and 6. What is the LCM of 5 and 6? 30. Next step is very important. Multiply all the terms. How many terms are there? First term, second term. There are 2 terms. We need to multiply both the terms with 30. Okay. So we have 30 into a by 5 is equal to 30 into a minus 1 by 6. Got it? All I did was I multiplied both the sides with 30. So what next? Well, cancel. And we eliminated. So I'm sure you guys, okay, let me write it off. 6a is equal to 5 times of a minus 1. I'm sure you have seen this in a different way, the so-called cross multiplication. I'm for cross multiplication, but the thing is, you guys need to understand why exactly cross multiplication works, and you better learn this way. Cross multiplication will make sense and you won't go wrong if you do this. Most of the kids get cross multiplication wrong. They use it wrong actually. When they use it right, they use it right. But when they should not use it, or so many situations, end of it, they get it wrong. They use it wrong. So let's not learn cross multiplication as cross multiplication. Instead of that, let's consider some LCM and then multiply with that. And don't worry, most of the time, if you get such numbers, it will be a simpler number, and you can always do this, finding the LCM, that is. Because once you understand this, then the cross multiplication will automatically come, and when you get complicated questions, you'll be able to do it. But learn this way. Okay. So we are looking at 6a is equal to 5 times of a minus 1. So 6a is equal to 5 times of something, that is 5a minus 5. How did I do this? This is with distributive property, is it not? Right? So till now, what did we see? We saw simpler question wherein we had x on one side and everything else I had to just shift on the other side, right? Then we saw one more variation wherein we had x on both the sides. In this we saw brackets, and in this we are seeing something altogether different. See, there is no definite rule to handle something. It is something which you get with experience. This is where you have to practice. In maths, this is the only topic which you need to actually practice a lot. Exponents and this and identities. If you practice this, maths becomes easy. Other topics, there is no need of practicing because everything else is just using all of this, and on that you build some new concept. Literally, in your degree, in your 11th and 12th higher grades, right? Most of the places you are just using this. And on that you have some new concept, formula and stuff. That's it. So yes, here I'm handling some things altogether differently. Here I have a on both the sides, so I couldn't use my regular board mass method or stuff like that, because even with board mass there's nothing that I can eliminate per se, is it not? Because a is both the sides. So our agenda is getting all the a's on one side and all the constant on the other. For that, I needed to use distributive property and expand this. Okay. So again, I'm sorry that you're finding this kind of confusing and tough. They are, but you need to learn all of this. I kept, best of my knowledge, I've kept the problems which are going to come in the future. You're going to come across such questions. I'm not trying to post questions which are tough. So yeah, let's come back. Now this became a simpler question. All I have to do is eliminate constant and variables. So on the left hand side there's no constant other than 6, yes, and on the right hand side I have the variable, so I need to eliminate that first. So 6a is equal to 5a minus 5, negative 5a on both the sides, right? So that's the new step. This is a new thing that you did, so that 5a gets cancelled and you have 6a minus 5a, that is 1a is equal to negative 5, and that is your answer. Okay, lengthy process, end of it, you got your answer. So we have x plus 2 divided by 3 is equal to x by 4. It's a similar question, try it out. The first step is to find the LCM of the denominators, 3 and 4, that is 12. So we need to multiply both the terms with 12. So I'm going to do it here itself, 12 into that into 12, right? So next step is to eliminate. 3 ones are 3, 4s are 4 ones are 4, 3s are cancelled, and just copy the question. 4 times of x plus 2 is equal to x into 3 or 3 into x, commutative law. I used commutative law over here. Instead of writing x into 3, I wrote 3 into x. The next step, well, here both the sides x are there, so I need to open the brackets, only then I can move forward. So distributive property, which tells me to multiply 4 with both the terms. So 4x plus 4 into 2 is equal to 3x. So this is 4x plus 8 is equal to 3x. So next step is negative 3x on both the sides. So we have this and this getting cancelled. So basically that is 0. And 4x and 3x, that is x, because they are like terms, right? And you just need to add and subtract the coefficients. Just keep the variable, remember. Plus 8. Now, how do you eliminate? Plus 8. Minus 8 on both the sides. So x is equal to negative 8, and that is your answer. Now, one more weird question. So the weirdest question you will come across, I put it. So if you learn and understand all of this, you're pretty much done. Okay, so what to do over here? Well, first write the question. Now, here again, we need to eliminate the denominators. So for that, we need to take the LCM. So LCM between what? We have a variable over here. Well, take the LCM of the variable and the number. So LCM of a variable and expression and a number is the expression into that number. So it's just this, right? 1 into 2x minus 1. Right? If things are complicated, just copy the product of both the things. Say it's quite simple. If you think logically, these are co-prime. I mean, technically it's not, but what I mean to say is, instead of 1, if we had 4, or say 41. So we have taken 41 over here, and the answer would have been 41 into something. Okay, so point is, you just have to, whenever things are complicated, you just take the product of that and multiply both the sides. Right? If you had a big number, just do that. Or complicated expression, just do that. Just take the product of both the denominators and multiply with all the terms. So we need to multiply with 2x minus 1 on both the sides. So 2x by 2x minus 1 is equal to 2 by 1 into 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. So what happens? Cancel and we are done. So 5x is equal to 2 times of 2x minus 1. So we have 5x is equal to, so we are using distributive property, 4x minus 2. Okay, so you have 5x is equal to 4x minus 2. So now what is the next step? We need to eliminate something over here. Well, we don't have anything over here to be eliminated as of now, and 4x on the right hand side has to be eliminated. So for that, what will I do? Negative 4x on both the sides. So 5x minus 4x is 1x. This and this will get cancelled and we have negative 2. And that's your solution. And yes, you can always verify by substituting it over there and checking your answer. Right? Not too hard. If you think about all of this, it's logical. And if you are a well-organized person, it will become simple. So what to do? What is the funda? You need to take the LCM of u and u minus 1. So whenever anything complicated, what should you do? Just take the product of that particular set of terms and that is your LCM. So all I have to do now is multiply both the sides with u into u minus 1 and just copy whatever the question is into 8 by u is equal to 5 by u minus 1 into u minus 1. So u minus 1 gets cancelled, u and u gets cancelled. So u minus 1 times 8 is equal to 5 times of u. Okay. So what's the next step? Yes, distributive property. So 8, see, just because 8 is on the right hand side, don't get confused. You can always write it this way also and erase or scratch this off. Okay, maths is very simple. If you are confused with something, just talk to someone, your teachers, someone who knows. Of course, with experience, I'm able to tell you all this trick and I know what kind of doubts or fear kids have and I'm able to tell this, but yeah, more the experience better it is. But if you feel like it's a simple question, you can always approach someone who knows. So again, all I did was 8 was on the other side. I just shifted to the left side of the term, right? Nothing much. This is nothing but your commutative property. Again, I just did it so that it's easier for you guys to handle the distributive property. You'll get the same answer. Okay, I just shifted the terms because I've seen kids, when they shift, they put a negative over here. That is a different shift. I mean, again, let's not go to such maths wherein you don't understand and you're just doing it, right? Don't do that. If you want to eliminate something, you add and subtract. Stick to my method. This is 100% correct and this is the right way of doing it actually. What you learn in school and generally what you end up doing on your notes and exams and all that, it is not the right way to learn. Of course, once you learn it, it's easy, but till then, please don't do that. Use my method. Okay. Using distributive property, you have 8u minus 8 is equal to 5u. So figure out what you have to eliminate. So we need to eliminate negative 8 and 5u. So how to eliminate negative 8? Positive 8 on both the sides. So you have 8u is equal to 5u plus 8. Next step is negative 5 on both the sides. So we have 8u minus 5u, that is 3u is equal to cancel, and we have 8. The last step is to eliminate this 3 by dividing with 3, and so you have u is equal to 8 by